We will embark on a transformative journey, a 30-day challenge steeped in the principles of Stoicism, designed to reshape our minds and lives. Each week, we'll focus on a unique aspect of Stoicism, incorporating practical challenges that invite profound changes in how we think, act, and perceive the world around us. Your commitment to this challenge will lead you through a profound journey of self-growth and philosophical discovery. After 30 days, pause and ponder the path you've traveled. What wisdom did you unearth? How have your perspectives shifted? Your journey is powerful. Your experiences can motivate and enlighten others who are seeking the same growth and understanding. Your story could be the key that unlocks someone else's potential. Committing to a Stoic transformation. Week 1. Cultivating inner strength. Have you ever considered what it means to harness true inner strength? The Stoics saw this not merely as the ability to endure, but as an opportunity to grow from every challenge faced. This week, we dive into cultivating inner strength by leveraging Stoic principles that encourage us to view adversity as a catalyst for personal development. Inner strength in Stoicism involves more than sheer resilience. It's about transforming setbacks into stepping stones. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca didn't just survive difficulties, they thrived on them by adapting their perspectives and behaviors in ways that enhanced their wisdom and virtue. How can we apply this to our modern lives? It starts by understanding and practicing control over our own reactions, aligning actions with our core values, and actively choosing our attitudes toward the challenges we face. This transformative approach allows us to not just passively navigate life but actively shape our destiny, growing stronger with each obstacle. By focusing on what is within our control, our actions, reactions, and thoughts, we can effectively build a foundation of true inner strength that withstands life's unpredictable storms. This week's challenge will introduce you to practices that help solidify this strength, turning philosophical concepts into actionable, everyday habits. Stoicism teaches the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what isn't. Most of our frustrations and disappointments arise from our misplaced focus on external circumstances, things we often have no power over. This week, pay attention to moments when you feel upset or frustrated by external events. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it isn't, guide your response toward acceptance and focus instead on how you can react constructively. When we shift our focus to our own actions and responses, we regain a sense of control and peace. Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively about this practice, advising that we keep our attention on our own field of play. He argued that internal tranquility comes from managing our reactions, not from trying to control the uncontrollable. By practicing this discernment daily, we train ourselves to respond with calmness and clarity, reinforcing our inner strength and reducing unnecessary emotional turmoil. Reflection is a core practice in Stoicism, providing insights into our daily lives and how we can align more closely with our values. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, demonstrated the power of nightly reflection to understand one's actions and to recalibrate for the future. Each evening this week, take time to reflect on your day. What did you do well? Where could you improve? What did you learn? Use these reflections to set intentions for the next day, focusing on behaving more virtuously and aligning your actions with Stoic principles. This practice not only deepens your understanding of Stoic philosophy, but also helps integrate these ideas into your life, making them more than just abstract concepts. Reflection fosters a proactive approach to personal growth, ensuring that every day is an opportunity to advance your wisdom and virtue. Obstacles are not merely hurdles to overcome. In Stoicism, they are opportunities for practice and growth. This week, when you encounter a challenge, pause and consider it through a Stoic lens. What can this teach me? Every difficulty has something to offer, whether it's patience, resilience, or a new strategy for handling similar situations in the future. Reflect on the Stoic idea that obstacles can actually help advance your action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This reframe can transform your experience of challenges from being interruptions or annoyances to valuable lessons and character-building moments. Remember, It is not the obstacle itself, but your reaction to it that defines your path forward. Embrace each challenge with the question, how can this improve me? Mindfulness is a key element of Stoic practice, focusing on living fully in the present moment. This week, engage fully with your immediate experiences, whether you're eating, conversing, working, or resting. Notice the textures, colors, sounds, and sensations around you. Pay attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, bringing your focus back to the present whenever it wanders. This practice not only enhances your enjoyment and appreciation of life, but also sharpens your ability to concentrate and stay calm under pressure. Mindfulness in Stoicism is about more than just awareness. It's about actively managing your response to the present moment in a way that aligns with virtue and reason. As you become more present, you'll notice a decrease in anxiety and an increase in satisfaction with life as it is, not as you think it should be. The Stoics practiced voluntary discomfort to strengthen their resilience and reduce fear of adversity. This week, choose one form of discomfort to embrace each day. It could be a cold shower, fasting for a day, or foregoing a favorite comfort. The purpose here is not to suffer needlessly, but to show yourself that you can handle discomfort, which in turn diminishes its power over you in the future. Voluntary discomfort helps break the attachment to luxury and ease, teaching us that true happiness does not depend on external conditions. As you engage in these practices, reflect on how they change your relationship with comfort and discomfort. Do you find yourself less perturbed by small inconveniences? How does strengthening your tolerance for discomfort enhance your overall resilience? Change is a constant in life, yet often we resist it because it brings uncertainty and discomfort. This week, practice embracing change by focusing on its positive aspects. Each time a change occurs, whether it's a minor schedule adjustment or a significant life event, pause to consider the opportunities it might bring. Reflect on the Stoic belief that everything happens for a reason, and look for the reason. How might this change be exactly what you need? By cultivating a positive attitude towards change, you reinforce your adaptability and reduce the fear and anxiety that often accompany the unknown. Embracing change not only makes life's transitions smoother, but also opens you up to new possibilities and growth that you might otherwise miss. Stoicism emphasizes the interconnectedness of all humans and promotes acting with justice and compassion. This week, consciously increase your acts of compassion. Offer your time, attention, or resources to someone in need. Listen empathetically to a friend or even a stranger. Each act of kindness not only benefits the recipient, but also strengthens your own character and alignment with Stoic virtues. Reflect on how these acts of kindness make you feel. Do you notice a sense of fulfillment or happiness from helping others? This is the Stoic concept of sympathia, the mutual interdependence among all things, coming to life, showing us that our own well-being is deeply tied to the welfare of others. Journaling is a powerful tool for Stoic practice, providing a space to consolidate insights and track progress. Each night, after your reflection, write down your thoughts about the day. What Stoic principles did you apply? How did they affect your interactions and your feelings? What challenges did you face and how did you handle them? Journaling not only helps embed the day's lessons into your long-term memory, but also serves as a motivational record of your journey towards Stoic mastery. Over time, these entries will map out your transformation, showing how the principles of Stoicism are shaping your life. At the end of the week, take time to review your journal entries and reflections. Assess your progress in cultivating inner strength and applying Stoic principles. What areas have seen the most improvement? Where do you still struggle? Set specific goals for the coming week based on your reflections. Perhaps you want to focus more on mindfulness or deepen your practice of voluntary discomfort. Setting clear, actionable goals based on your weekly reflections ensures continuous growth in your Stoic practice, keeping you engaged and motivated in your journey of self-improvement. As we conclude the first week of our Stoic challenge, reflect on the transformative power of embracing inner strength through Stoicism. This philosophy offers more than just coping mechanisms for life's challenges. It provides a robust framework for thriving in any circumstance. By integrating Stoic practices into your daily life, you cultivate a resilient, joyful, and virtuous existence. Carry forward the lessons learned this week and look forward to deepening your understanding and practice in the weeks to come. Remember, each day is a new opportunity to live according to Stoic principles, finding freedom and satisfaction not in external conditions but in your own virtuous responses to them. Week 2, the art of self-discipline. As we enter the second week of our 30-day Stoic challenge to transform your mind, we turn our focus to the fundamental virtue of self-discipline. The Stoics viewed self-discipline not just as a personal trait, but as an essential part of living a virtuous life. It's about more than controlling impulses. It's about aligning our daily actions with our deeper values and rational judgments. Self-discipline, according to Stoic philosophy, involves the deliberate choice to pursue what is good and avoid what is bad, irrespective of our desires or fears. It's about making choices that foster long-term well-being rather than short-term gratification. This week, we will explore how to strengthen our self-discipline through various Stoic practices, reflecting on how these changes not only impact our own lives, but also how they improve our interactions with others. We'll examine the role of habits, the importance of setting clear intentions, and how to remain steadfast in the face of distractions and temptations. By cultivating self-discipline, we take a significant step towards freedom from the passions and impulses that often lead us astray, empowering us to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. Our exploration begins with a deep dive into the nature of impulses. Impulses are automatic, often irrational responses that can lead us to act against our better judgment. The Stoics teach us that self-discipline requires a keen awareness of these impulses and the ability to pause and choose a different action. This week, try to become more conscious of your impulses. Notice when they arise and what triggers them. Are they driven by external pressures, internal fears, or simply habits? Each time an impulse surfaces, use it as an opportunity to practice self-discipline by not immediately acting on it. Instead, pause, reflect on the potential outcomes of following through on this impulse, and decide whether it aligns with your values and goals. This practice not only strengthens your self-discipline, but also increases your understanding of your own psychological landscape, which is crucial for personal growth. Stoicism isn't about suppressing desires, but about aligning them with rational goals. This week, take time to set clear, achievable goals that reflect your values and rational understanding of what is good for you. These goals should challenge you, but also be within your ability to achieve through disciplined effort. Break down these goals into daily actions and decisions that you can implement. Each day, review your goals and your progress towards them. Adjust your actions as needed to stay on track. This structured approach to goal setting and pursuit helps to solidify self-discipline as a daily practice, making it a habitual part of your life. By consistently aligning your actions with your rational goals, you reinforce the Stoic ideal that true happiness and fulfillment come from living according to reason. One of the most effective ways to strengthen self-discipline is through the development of a structured daily routine. Routines reduce the need for constant decision-making about what to do next, decreasing the likelihood of impulse-driven choices. This week, design a daily routine that incorporates Stoic practices such as meditation, reflection, and physical exercise. Make sure each part of your routine serves a specific purpose and aligns with your goals for self-discipline. As you follow this routine, observe how it affects your mood, productivity, and overall sense of control. A well-structured routine not only helps in maintaining order and efficiency, but also supports mental clarity and emotional stability, which are vital for practicing Stoicism. Resisting temptation is a crucial test of self-discipline. Temptations are all around us, luring us away from our rational choices. This week, identify the common temptations that distract you from your goals. Develop strategies to resist these temptations. It might involve changing your environment to reduce exposure to these temptations, or using reminders of your goals and values to strengthen your resolve. Practice maintaining focus on your tasks, especially when tempted to stray. Each successful resistance will strengthen your self-discipline, building confidence in your ability to control your actions and align them with your rational decisions. Reflection is a powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal to enhance self-discipline. This week, end each day with a reflective journaling session. Write down instances where you successfully exercise self-discipline, as well as moments you gave in to impulses or distractions. Analyze what led to both outcomes. What strategies worked? What factors led to lapses in discipline? Use these insights to refine your approach to self-discipline, making adjustments to better support your goals. Reflection not only helps in understanding your behavioral patterns, but also reinforces your commitment to self-discipline by keeping your progress and challenges at the forefront of your mind. Physical exercise is not only beneficial for health, but also serves as an excellent metaphor for self-discipline. Just as you train your body to run longer distances or lift heavier weights through consistent practice, you can train your mind to become stronger and more disciplined. This week, integrate a regular exercise routine into your daily schedule. As you exercise, reflect on how each session is not just about physical fitness, but also about mental training. Notice the discipline required to start and complete each session, especially on days when you might not feel like it. This physical discipline directly translates into mental and emotional discipline, helping you handle life's challenges with more resilience. Reading and reflecting on Stoic writings can provide valuable insights into practicing self-discipline. This week, choose a few passages from Seneca, Epictetus, or Marcus Aurelius that focus on discipline, self-control, or the mastery of passions. Reflect on these passages daily and write down how you can apply their teachings in your own life. By regularly engaging with Stoic texts, you not only deepen your understanding of Stoic philosophy but also reinforce its practices in your daily life, particularly the practice of self-discipline. These writings serve as reminders and moral support, guiding you back to your disciplined path whenever you stray. Patience is a critical component of self-discipline. It involves waiting calmly for outcomes without frustration or despair, especially when results do not come immediately. This week, focus on developing patience in areas of your life where you typically feel rushed or impulsive. Whether it's during your commute, in line at the grocery store, or when waiting for a response from someone, practice taking deep breaths, relaxing your body, and reassuring yourself that patience is a form of self-discipline that leads to better outcomes. Observe how cultivating patience helps you make more considered decisions and reduces stress, enhancing your overall well-being. Setbacks are inevitable, but how we handle them is where self-discipline really comes into play. This week, should you encounter any setbacks, use them as opportunities to practice Stoic resilience and discipline. Instead of reacting emotionally or giving up, assess the situation calmly, determine what can be learned, and decide how to proceed in alignment with your goals. This approach not only helps you overcome the setback, but also strengthens your character and self-discipline, proving to yourself that you can remain composed and purposeful under pressure. Stoicism teaches that emotional upheaval often stems from a lack of discipline over our perceptions and reactions. This week, work on controlling your emotional responses. When you feel a strong emotion, pause to examine its source. Is it a result of an external event or your interpretation of that event? Challenge yourself to reframe your interpretation in a way that reduces emotional distress and aligns with Stoic principles. By regularly practicing emotional control, you enhance your ability to remain tranquil and focused, regardless of external circumstances. One of the hallmarks of Stoic wisdom is finding contentment in our current circumstances, regardless of whether they align with our desires. This practice of contentment is deeply tied to self-discipline. It requires the discipline to accept and find joy in what we have, rather than constantly seeking more. This week, focus on appreciating what you have, be it material possessions, relationships, or personal achievements. Reflect on how this sense of gratitude reinforces your self-discipline by shifting your focus from what you lack to what you possess, which is a fundamental Stoic practice. Consistency is key to developing and maintaining self-discipline. This week, ensure that your efforts to practice self-discipline are consistent and continuous, not sporadic or half-hearted. Set specific times for your Stoic practices and stick to them as closely as possible. Whether it's waking up early, meditating, journaling, or reading Stoic texts, maintaining a consistent schedule reinforces the habits that build self-discipline. Consistency helps embed these practices into your daily life, making self-discipline a defining part of your character. While the path to mastering self-discipline can be challenging, it's important to celebrate the small victories along the way. Each act of self-discipline, no matter how minor it may seem, is a step towards greater self-mastery. This week, take time to acknowledge and celebrate these small victories. Maybe you resisted a strong impulse, maintained your routine despite distractions, or handled a stressful situation with composure. Celebrating these victories not only boosts your morale, but also reinforces your commitment to the Stoic path. As we conclude the second week of our Stoic challenge, take some time to reflect on your progress in cultivating self-discipline. What have you learned about yourself? What practices have you found most useful? How will you continue to integrate these lessons into the coming weeks? Prepare for the week ahead by setting new goals based on your reflections, ready to deepen your practice of Stoic self-discipline. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to practice, improve, and refine your abilities. And each step forward is a step towards a more disciplined, virtuous, and fulfilling life. By embracing the art of self-discipline, you are not only following in the footsteps of the ancient Stoics, but also creating a foundation for a life led with intention, purpose, and profound inner strength. Week 3. Mastering Emotional Resilience. As we move into the third week of our 30-day Stoic challenge to transform your mind, our focus shifts to emotional resilience, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Emotional resilience refers to our ability to cope with and recover from emotional distress and hardship. Stoicism provides a framework for developing a robust emotional life by teaching us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot, and to respond with equanimity to life's ups and downs. This week we'll explore how to enhance our emotional resilience through various Stoic practices, focusing on maintaining inner peace in the face of external chaos. We will delve into the importance of perspective, the practice of reframing our experiences, and the cultivation of virtues that support resilience, such as courage and temperance. By the end of this week, you should have a deeper understanding of how to manage your emotions effectively, keeping them in harmony with reason, and thus leading a more balanced and contented life. Our journey begins with understanding our emotional responses. Emotions are natural, but the way we handle them can be refined through practice. Stoicism teaches us that our emotional reactions are largely based on our judgments and beliefs about our experiences, rather than the experiences themselves. This week, pay close attention to your initial emotional responses to events. When you feel upset, ask yourself, what judgments am I making about this situation? Challenge yourself to see if there is a more objective way to view the situation, one that causes less distress. Practice this introspection consistently, as it is key to disentangling yourself from unhelpful emotional reactions and to fostering a more resilient mindset. Perspective is everything in Stoicism. It determines how we interpret and react to life's events. This week, focus on shifting your perspective towards a more Stoic viewpoint, seeing challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and interruptions as tests of your patience and composure. Whenever you encounter difficulties, remind yourself that these are chances to practice your Stoic virtues. By deliberately choosing a more constructive perspective, you can transform your emotional experience of life from one of hardship to one of meaningful challenge. Reframing is a powerful technique used by Stoics to build emotional resilience. It involves altering your cognitive frame or the mental view you apply to a situation. This week, whenever you face a situation that typically triggers a negative emotional response, try to reframe it. Look for hidden benefits or opportunities. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, view it as an opportunity to listen to an educational podcast or enjoy some music, turning a frustrating situation into a pleasant or productive one. This practice helps to lessen the impact of external circumstances on your emotional well-being. Detachment in the Stoic sense does not mean disengagement from life, but rather a detachment from the outcomes of actions. It encourages emotional stability by focusing on the effort, rather than the result. This week, practice performing actions with full effort but without attaching your emotional well-being to the outcomes. Whether it's a work project, a personal goal, or an interpersonal interaction, let your peace of mind come from the knowledge that you have done your best, independent of the final outcome. Virtues like courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom are pillars of Stoic philosophy and key to emotional resilience. This week, identify ways to cultivate these virtues in your daily life. Practice courage by facing a fear, temperance by resisting an indulgence, justice by treating others fairly, and wisdom by seeking knowledge and understanding. Each act of virtue not only strengthens your character, but also reinforces your emotional resilience, as virtuous actions tend to lead to less regret and more satisfaction. Acceptance is a fundamental Stoic practice that directly enhances emotional resilience. It involves accepting things we cannot change, particularly the past and the natural flow of events. This week, focus on accepting situations just as they are, without wishing them to be different. When things don't go as planned, instead of resisting or lamenting, try to accept the situation and move forward from there. This acceptance will reduce your emotional suffering and help you maintain inner peace. Mindfulness and present moment awareness are essential for emotional resilience. They keep you rooted in the now, rather than lost in regrets about the past or worries about the future. This week, practice mindfulness by paying close attention to your current activity. Engage fully with your senses and thoughts in the present moment. Whether you are eating, walking, talking, or working, immerse yourself completely in the experience. This practice not only enhances your enjoyment of life, but also prevents the buildup of stress and anxiety. Emotional extremes can be challenging to manage, but they provide excellent opportunities for practicing Stoic resilience. This week, whenever you find yourself feeling overly excited or deeply saddened, take a moment to stabilize your emotions. Use deep breathing techniques, remind yourself of the impermanence of emotions, and strive to return to a balanced state. By practicing this regularly, you will be able to handle emotional highs and lows with greater ease and stability. Reading about and reflecting on the teachings of Stoic philosophers can provide great insights into managing emotions. This week, select a few passages from Stoic texts that focus on emotional resilience and reflect on them daily. How do these teachings apply to your life? How can they help you handle your emotional reactions better? Use these reflections to guide your practice of Stoicism throughout the week. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that enhances emotional resilience by shifting our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant. This week, make it a habit to write down 3 things you are grateful for each day. These can be as simple as a sunny day, a good meal, or a helpful friend. This practice of gratitude will help you maintain a positive outlook and reduce feelings of discontent and frustration. Consistency is crucial for developing any skill, including emotional resilience. Make sure that your practice of Stoic techniques is regular and integrated into your daily routine. Whether it's morning reflections, evening reviews, or periodic checks on your emotional state throughout the day, keeping a consistent schedule helps solidify these practices, making them second nature. As with any form of personal development, it's important to acknowledge and celebrate your growth in emotional resilience. At the end of the week, reflect on how your emotional responses have changed. Are you calmer in situations that used to upset you? Do you recover more quickly from emotional setbacks? Celebrating these victories provides encouragement and motivation to continue your Stoic practice. Stoicism teaches that life will inevitably present challenges, and our preparation can make all the difference. This week, think about potential emotional challenges you might face and plan how you can apply Stoic principles to manage them. This proactive approach not only prepares you for future challenges, but also reduces anxiety and increases confidence in your ability to handle difficult situations. At the end of the week, take some time to reflect on what you've learned about emotional resilience. What worked well? What could be improved? How have these practices affected your overall well-being? Use these reflections to refine your approach to Stoicism and to plan your focus for the upcoming week. As we conclude this week on emotional resilience, Look forward to continuing your Stoic journey. Each week brings new opportunities to strengthen different aspects of your character and philosophy. Stay committed to your practice, and remember that each step forward, no matter how small, is a step towards a more resilient, peaceful, and virtuous life. By integrating these practices into your daily life, you can expect to see significant improvements in how you handle emotional disturbances, leading to greater peace and fulfillment. Week 4. Cultivating Wisdom and Insight. As we embark on the final week of our 30-day Stoic challenge to transform your mind, our focus shifts to cultivating wisdom and insight, fundamental aspects of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches that wisdom is not merely about acquiring knowledge. It is about applying that knowledge in a practical and effective way to live a good life. This week, we delve deep into practices that enhance our understanding and make us wiser in our daily interactions and decisions. We explore how wisdom helps us navigate complex situations with clarity, how it allows us to make better choices, and how it deepens our understanding of life's workings. Each day, we will integrate activities that challenge our thinking, expand our perspectives, and encourage profound reflection. This exploration will not only strengthen our intellectual foundations, but also our emotional and spiritual dimensions, bringing us closer to the Stoic ideal of a harmonized and virtuous life. Wisdom in Stoicism encompasses the ability to distinguish what is good, what is bad, and what is indifferent. This week, focus on observing your daily choices and the reasoning behind them. Each time you make a decision, ask yourself if it aligns with your highest good, your virtue. Consider whether your choices lead to tranquility or distress, and refine your decision-making process accordingly. Wisdom is about recognizing the limits of what you can control and acting optimally within those bounds. Cultivating this discernment is crucial, as it guides your actions and shapes your character. Reflect on how each decision either supports or detracts from your pursuit of a good life. By endowing each choice with thoughtful consideration, you train yourself to act with deliberate wisdom, enhancing both your personal growth and your impact on those around you. Implementing wisdom on a daily basis requires practice and attention. This week, set a goal to apply a piece of Stoic wisdom in a specific aspect of your life, whether in handling work challenges, managing relationships, or practicing self-care. Choose one Stoic principle each day, such as the idea that virtue is the only good, and find ways to actualize this in your actions. This practice helps embed Stoic wisdom into your life, making philosophical concepts concrete and actionable. As you integrate these principles, observe the changes in how you approach problems and interact with others. Notice the increased ease with which you can navigate adversity, armed with the clarity and calm that wisdom brings. Effective communication is a significant aspect of wisdom. Stoics emphasize the importance of speaking honestly and listening attentively, recognizing that these skills are vital for maintaining relationships and understanding others. This week, focus on improving how you communicate. Aim to listen more than you speak, seeking to truly understand others' perspectives. When you do speak, choose your words carefully, ensuring they are truthful and helpful. Practicing these communication skills fosters deeper connections and mutual respect, which are essential for community and personal relationships. Reflection is a powerful tool for developing wisdom. Each evening, take time to reflect on your day's experiences. What lessons did you learn? How did you handle challenges? What could you have done better? This reflective practice not only allows you to learn from your experiences, but also to internalize those lessons, turning them into insights that guide future actions. Make this reflection a meditative practice, allowing yourself the space to think deeply about the events of the day and their implications on your growth. Curiosity drives the pursuit of knowledge and is therefore integral to developing wisdom. This week, cultivate your curiosity by exploring new topics, asking questions, and engaging in discussions that challenge your existing beliefs. Each new piece of information or perspective you encounter can add to your understanding of the world and enrich your wisdom. Approach each learning opportunity with an open mind, ready to absorb and integrate new knowledge into your Stoic practice. Humility is crucial in the Stoic pursuit of wisdom. Recognizing that you do not know everything and being open to learning from others is essential for true growth. This week, practice humility by acknowledging your limitations and seeking out advice or knowledge from others. Embrace feedback and use it constructively to enhance your understanding and skills. Humility not only broadens your perspective, but also endears you to others, facilitating a more fruitful exchange of ideas. Ethical reasoning is at the heart of Stoic wisdom. This week, whenever you face ethical dilemmas, apply Stoic principles to guide your decisions. Consider the virtues of justice, courage, moderation, and wisdom itself in your decision-making process. By consistently applying these virtues to solve ethical problems, you strengthen your moral compass and deepen your practical wisdom. We all have biases that cloud our judgment and can lead us away from wise decisions. This week, identify biases in your thinking and actively work to overcome them. Whether these biases are cognitive, like confirmation bias, or emotional, like reactivity to criticism, addressing them directly enhances your ability to think clearly and act wisely. Engage in exercises that challenge your usual patterns of thought, and be open to viewpoints that contradict your own. To truly live a wise and stoic life, wisdom must permeate every aspect of your existence: your personal goals, your relationships, your work, and your community interactions. This week, make a concerted effort to apply Stoic wisdom uniformly across all areas. Assess how each part of your life aligns with Stoic values and make adjustments where necessary. This holistic approach ensures that your pursuit of wisdom is balanced and comprehensive, leading to a fully integrated and virtuous lifestyle. Maintaining consistency in practicing wisdom can be challenging, but is essential for true Stoic living. This week, focus on being consistently wise in your responses to both minor inconveniences and major challenges. Keep a daily log of situations where you successfully applied Stoic wisdom, as well as those where you struggled. Analyze the reasons for your successes and failures, and plan how you can improve your consistency in the future. This practice not only reinforces your learning but also highlights your progress in areas for growth. Education is a lifelong process, and continual learning is essential for maintaining and expanding wisdom. This week, commit to learning something new every day. It could be a fact, a skill, a concept, or a philosophical idea. Use books, podcasts, lectures, or discussions as your sources. By expanding your knowledge base, you provide yourself with more resources to draw upon when making decisions, thereby enhancing your practical wisdom. If you hold a leadership role, or aspire to, applying Stoic wisdom is crucial for effective and ethical leadership. This week, focus on leading with wisdom by setting an example of virtuous behavior, making fair decisions, and considering the well-being of others alongside your goals. Wise leadership involves not only directing and motivating others, but also fostering a culture of respect, learning, and virtue. While Stoicism doesn't advocate for the suppression of emotions, it does teach the importance of not letting emotions override reason. This week, practice balancing your emotional responses with rational thought. Whenever you feel overwhelmed by emotions, take a step back, breathe deeply, and try to view the situation objectively. Ask yourself what a wise person would do in your shoes. This practice helps you make decisions that are both empathetic and rational, aligning with the Stoic ideal. Resilient wisdom means being able to apply your understanding effectively, even under stress or in changing circumstances. This week, test your resilience by putting yourself in challenging situations where you can practice maintaining your Stoic composure and applying your wisdom. Reflect on how these experiences strengthen your ability to stay calm and wise under pressure, building your resilience over time. Forgiveness is a profound application of wisdom. It requires understanding the imperfections of human nature, including your own. This week, practice forgiveness by letting go of grudges or resentments. Reflect on the Stoic view that people do wrong out of ignorance of what is good, and focus on moving forward positively. Forgiveness not only frees others from your judgment, but also liberates you from carrying the burden of resentment. Continuous reflection is key to deepening wisdom. Each night, review the day not just in terms of what happened and how you responded, but also in how these experiences contribute to your larger understanding of life. Consider keeping a wisdom journal where you record insights gained, questions raised, and knowledge applied. This habit of reflection ensures that your journey towards wisdom is conscious, deliberate, and dynamic. One of the joys of acquiring wisdom is sharing it with others. This week, find opportunities to share your Stoic insights with friends, family, or colleagues. Whether through casual conversations, formal advice, or written communication, sharing your journey can help others on their paths and deepen your own understanding. Teaching is often the best way to solidify what you know and to expand upon it. Apply Stoic wisdom this week to your financial decisions. Reflect on your spending and saving habits through a Stoic lens. Do these habits reflect virtue and wisdom, or are they driven by desires for things that are indifferent according to Stoic principles? Make financial decisions that prioritize your long-term well-being and align with your values, rather than those driven by social pressures or fleeting desires. Wisdom also involves preparing for the uncertainties of life. This week, use your Stoic insights to plan for potential future challenges. Whether it's setting aside savings, making a will, or simply planning for unexpected changes in your personal or professional life, wise preparation helps you face the future with confidence and equanimity. Change is constant, and responding to it with wisdom is a Stoic goal. This week, identify areas of your life where change is happening or is needed. Apply Stoic principles to these changes, embracing them with courage and viewing them as opportunities to practice your virtues. Reflect on how embracing change positively impacts your growth and leads to a more dynamic and fulfilling life. While the path to wisdom can be challenging, it is also a source of great joy and satisfaction. This week, take time to appreciate the joy that comes from living wisely. Notice how wisdom enhances your relationships, simplifies your decision-making, and deepens your sense of peace. Celebrate the personal growth you've experienced through this challenge, acknowledging how far you've come in your Stoic practice. As we conclude this final week of cultivating wisdom and insight, look forward to how you can continue to grow and apply these principles in the future. Reflect on how the practice of Stoic wisdom can be integrated into your life beyond this challenge. Consider setting ongoing goals for further development and finding communities or resources that support your continued growth in Stoicism. This week's journey into Stoic wisdom is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about transforming that knowledge into practical action that enhances your life and the lives of those around you. By embracing and applying Stoic wisdom, you equip yourself to lead a life of virtue, resilience, and profound insight. Don't let the momentum stop here. Continue to apply the principles you've learned and keep sharing your progress. The end of this challenge is really just the beginning. Come back to the community, share your thoughts, insights, and revelations.